This episode of What If It's Cool is brought to you by Respro Clothing. Respro Clothing, where you can get the latest merchandise from all the stars, including Luke Resner, Som, Savannah Rowe, Nova Nichols, and my personal favourite, Conflict Axiom. So make sure you check out Respro Clothing. You can find them on Facebook and on Instagram. Adrenaline Pro Wrestling presents Breakout 38, happening on January the 19th, featuring the upcoming stars of Adrenaline Pro Wrestling. Ticket link is in the description, make sure to check it out. MXW presents Goodness Gracious, featuring the 3 stages of hell match between Will Walker and Ace Shack, happening on January 20th. Ticket link is in the description, make sure to check it out. Alpha Pro Wrestling presents Glorious Purpose, happening on Saturday, February 10th at the Sunbury Memorial Hall. Ticket link is in the description, make sure to check it out. Wednesdays, and as always, I'm with my co-host John L. Crossfire. Johnny, how you going?
What up?
Yeah. Well, it's been an amazing 2024 so far. I guess there's nothing eventful that's happened.
I mean, look, it's day 9 as we record this. I think it's dropping tomorrow. Yeah, but
yeah,
the first week went off without a hitch for the most part for me. So I'm going to chalk that up to a win as much as I can.
Well, you've got ECW. Hang on, no, this week, right?
So this coming week. So when this drops on Wednesday, we're recording Tuesday morning. It'll be 3 days to go.
Let's dive a little bit into it while we're here, because I think it's going to be a great show. Who we got on the matches so far?
So the full match card is, I can say this because I just dropped an episode literally at midnight last night as we record this, where myself and Mrs. Crossfire and Nova Lee, we broke down the full card. Basically, I'm not sure how it went because I wasn't privy to the meeting. The talent have done some sort of coin flip. Ace Shack and Nick Maltino won, so they'll get just that tiny little bit of extra recovery time. They're opening the show, and then we're going to have the second match will be Robbie Parker versus Jay Gibson. Those, of course, are the 2 qualifying matches to then go on to the main event. Me and Mrs. Crossfire debated our predictions for that back and forth. Obviously, on the night, we're going to have to be unbiased and do our job, but still allowed to have opinions. And then obviously we got Savannah Rowe versus Nick Jade. That's probably the match I'm honestly most looking forward to, just in terms of character work. It's very interesting clash of styles. Bo Kennedy ran his mouth with an open challenge, and now we've got Frankie Grime, who wants to collect some sort of a debt. I don't know who put that debt out. I don't want to know.
All I'm going to say is this. I love the kid, but Bo, be wary what you ask for, mate, because Frankie, just watch out for that miss. So if he looks like he's got his mouth full, run.
I don't know if that's allowed in ECW, because we the rules are a little bit relaxed where weapon uses and such is allowed, but if it comes to low blows and interference, we're kind of like, look, sportsmanship. So I don't know where the mist would lie on that. You'd have to, I guess, we'll have to wait and possibly find out from management and see what happens. But then we've also got a tag team match. Matt Graves is filling in for Zach Stryker. He unfortunately has a hernia, so he requires surgery.
Oh no, God, that's
absolutely broke my heart, because that kid has so much talent, so much more potential than I ever had, and I was just like, yes, I want you in my group. But happens, he'll be teaming with the current ICW heavyweight champion in Jackson Thornhill. Obviously, it's ECW, so titles don't mean nothing. You've got to make a statement in this company, but they're taking on the Demolition Crew, who I know very well. I debuted with them as Strike Team Alpha. But yeah, we've got 5 matches announced, 6 matches in total, probably about 2.5 hours show all up by the time it's done. We're in a nice little bar, so maybe I'll have a cheeky John Darnell with the Cooters after the event. But yeah, buy your tickets.
Yep. Ticket link is all in the description for ECW. Because it's going to be great.
I've got a YouTube clip to work on after we finished doing this. It ended up being 10 minutes long, but the full episode was, I think, about 1 hour and 15. So 10-minute clip isn't too bad, because
it's not.
I had Nick Maltino and Jay Gibson both sent in some final words that they demanded to management that I play on the pod. So I was like, all right, fair enough. And then we kind of broke down those, and then we broke down our predictions for the tournament. And as I said, we kind of disagreed more than I thought we were going to. And then once I played the clips, Mrs. Crossfire was like, oh, now I see what you picked. And she kind of flip-flopped and didn't know what to do. And she's just really excited to announce and knew. But Yeah, ECW, Family Tigers Club. Got
All right.
family coming that I haven't seen in ages, so it's going to be awesome. So
Well, I'm gonna put my prediction just for the heavyweight tournament because there's still a lot of people there who I have not seen live or know too much about, so I can't give my honest opinion. But I'm gonna go for Savannah Rowe firstly because I love her and she's absolutely fantastic and she's a Victorian, so that's that one. But for the heavyweight championship, I'm gonna be extremely fucking biased on this one. Not because he's a mate, not because he's anything else that's going for him, but I'm gonna go for Ace Shack on this one. Simply because I love the guy. I think he's absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to eventually work with him down the line, doing whatever. Um, but he's my prediction for sure.
he's definitely a dark horse. When we really drove that home on the pod, obviously, I'm not going to hammer onto it too much. You can go listen to it.
Mm,
But we pointed that out that he's the smallest guy in the tournament, but I think he's very much, you can't underestimate him.
mm. The one thing about him though, if he does come out and he's got those chandelier glasses, make sure to hang so much in him about that because, like, Ace, I love you, but what the
Actually, now that gives me an idea. I have to take a photo with him, but I'll ask if he wants to swap glasses because obviously I got the red aviators. He's got the red chandelier glasses. So if I remember, I'll be like, "Oh, yeah, let's take a photo," but we'll have to switch shades.
Oh God, please do, please do. Now, before we get into it, as always, bit of housekeeping. How's the health going?
Oh yeah, so same old as the last couple episode. I'm starting to be able to feel the loose stitch. As I said, I think last week I said that it was loose, but it wasn't bugging me, so wasn't concerning. However, yesterday it was absolutely killing me. But I do have a follow-up appointment tomorrow as we record this. So by the time this goes out on YouTube, I will have already had the appointment. So hopefully it's all good. And then yeah, just plugging along for the
Now,
my next trip to the surgeon on the 24th to get these bloody stitches out.
well, praying for you, I'll keep you in my prayers because I want you to get back to work in wrestling, not just on commentary, but I want you to be back in the ring because from that little clip that you did send to me of your, well, it was a sunset flip, wasn't it?
Yeah, the sunset flip powerbomb
Yeah.
where I almost thought I was going to snap my ankle a little bit. I kind of slipped a bit on the ropes, but
Mate,
it's
I didn't. If
a
if
rookie
you
in the
hadn't have told
ring.
me, I wouldn't have noticed because I thought it was amazing, and that's not because we're mates. I actually, generally because it is a very hard move to pull. Like you can be the most agile guy in the world, but if you can't do a sunset flip, it's totally understandable because you're holding onto a guy and you're flipping at the same time. You can easily slip. So that's my honest opinion. I'm not a wrestler, but I've seen a lot of guys who are in great shape but couldn't pull it off. So it is a hard move to pull.
Let me show you how basic my moveset is. That's probably the craziest bump I've actually done besides getting pounced off the apron to the floor.
Yeah, but you're also that one guy who said, "Oh, I'll gladly go on a ring full of thumbtacks." Like
Yeah,
Jesus
my wife's
Christ.
like, no. And I'm like, look, after all the health issues I've had, maybe. Understand. Still gonna
Oh
have a Lego deathmatch somehow, some way.
well, there is one person. I think I may have mentioned this before, but there is one person who I know would love to do it,
There's a couple of people that I know, and one of them is
but
someone that you know.
yeah, but there is a reason why he's number 6 on my top 10 of people I'm generally scared of in the wrestling industry. And I would be saying to Mrs. Crossfire, make sure that he's got a will. Because if you were to take on Michael Weaver in a Lego death match, no, it's not a good there's not a good chance you're gonna fucking die.
I welcome the death. I'm a very big fan of what Michael Weaver has to bring to the table, especially in that aspect. But yeah.
Mm. All right. Well, what are we doing today?
So today you sent me a message last night going, hey, you pick. And I was like, and then I started scrolling through our messages of ones that I sent, and then I don't even know what made me think of it. I was literally just about to record Mrs. Crossfire, and something, it was like a voice in my head just whispered, Manos versus Zane Zodiac. And I was like, oh. So yes, we are going to do now. You actually believe this is the event that you did commentary on at the
No, I am not on commentary on this one.
oh, oh,
Okay.
was this after the Crow family dragged you away, was it?
All right.
It was
So
from the same weekend, at least.
same show. Let me sum it up. So what was happening around this point? So at this point now, first half, there was a bit of an altercation between me and obviously now it's come out a member of my family, Adam Crow, and Emilio. They basically called me out in front of everyone, and then they basically revealed that I was a inside guy and I had done some influencing of changing matches, which resulted in who I thought was going to be the better choice. I got Cousin Ali to take on Adam because I didn't want um, Adam to be in a hardcore match because that was originally what was meant to be in. He obviously didn't take it very kindly because, well, it's Cousin Ali, you know. If you've ever seen Cousin Ali, well, I love Cousin Ali. He's one of my favorite cousins in the world, but it doesn't change the fact that he is a big guy and he hits hard. So
Massive
all
dude.
those, yeah. And then later on in the show, Xavier Black, who is number 5 on my list of people I'm generally scared of.
Champ.
Oh, sorry, number 7. Sorry. Um, he called me out as well, and I want to publicly apologize to Xavier Black. Yeah, it was not my intention to hurt anybody there, but it is what it is. Hopefully you're not going to come and attack me at the next show, which is February 10th. Good segue, by the way. But
Glorious purpose. The
glorious
tickets in the
purpose.
link where Daniel Paul will put it somewhere here on the screen.
But no, all jokes aside, no, it was pretty bad. So everything was going on like that, and all of a sudden we get back from halftime where I'm about to explain myself, and then Adam interrupts. And honestly, I really wanted to explain myself. It's horrible what I did, and I do apologize to everyone I affected. So please, from the bottom of my heart, I'm very, very sorry. Um, but if it makes you feel any better, when Adam was pushing me into the back and pulling me, he ripped out a load of hairs off my chest.
I was just watching that, like, hey, like my boy DPC, like,
So everyone that kept saying, "Oh, why is he screaming?" I'm like, "Because he's actually pulling out my chest hair." He he originally the first one he actually got it really good, but then he went for a tighter one because he let go by accident, and he's actually got a full chunk of it, and he's ripped it out. So I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I've got pretty much nothing there now. Um, Adam, that took like nearly 30 years to grow, bro. Thanks for that. So
uh,
I was in the back, getting
trying to
some TLC and also
top
getting
tier medical from Alpha Pro. That
yeah.
all
I,
our
I
people
was on I was on the
stuff
oxygen
to
tax as well, and
regrow the chest.
yeah. So unfortunately, I couldn't go back onto the stage to finish the commentary. But we have the amazing Bo Bowman, Mean Gene Gatto, and also the commissioner of Alpha Pro Wrestling, Mike Manson, who I want to firstly thank Mike for stepping up and also protecting me from the attack from Emilio and from Adam. But like I keep saying, it's a Crow family thing. You wouldn't understand. But I do
Dude,
appreciate I do
honestly,
appreciate you.
whether it's the Crossfire family or my shoot name family, it's a functional, it's dysfunctional as hell. So I feel that.
Yeah. All right. Well, as always, let's get right into the action.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is for this new Alpha Pipeworks Championship title.
Shout out to Ref Darcy.
Championship, by the way.
Oh man, I had that on the side of my bed for a few weeks when I was doing episodes of Heat. I miss it. I miss waking up to seeing that.
Championship with a 20-minute time limit and will be decided by one fall.
I would like to say though, Daniel, I do apologize for making you relive that trauma, but no, the reason I picked this was just because one, I haven't watched the match yet. It's on my match list. Obviously, I've seen the results and stuff, but I'm a big fan of both, Manos and Zane Zodiac. As I said, when he was announced that he was returning, I lost my shit just seeing the social media post. But obviously, you were still there in person, at least, so you can still kind of run us down, like, what was going on through.
Oh man, all I can say is at this point, Our our medical team is sitting there laughing at me first, thinking, "Oh my God, how did he get hurt?" And I pulled down and went, "Oh, okay, yep." So putting the aloe vera oil on, and I'm seeing Zane walk off, and he's all smiles like, "Dude, I'm in pain."
And you're just like, I think fuck, I got a match to do.
Because it's so good to see Zane back. Like,
Looks like you guys got a really good turnout too for the marketplace shows.
oh, by this point, it already doubled from the day before, but it was also probably our biggest one that we had at that point because it was in a better location.
So I love doing stuff like this. I've been lucky enough to work a couple of cons and festivals. Obviously, the last festival I was just a referee because I was just about to have surgery, but just the atmosphere, it's so weird because it's obviously completely different to an actual show, and you get wrestling fans, but then you also get people that have no idea what's going on, and that's the best part because it's like, no, if I can suck you in when you have no idea what's happening, then obviously old mate over there wearing, whatever wrestling shirt he's wearing, he must be buying into it, surely.
Oh man, he is so ready. Like just I remember 5 minutes before the before we came back from break, he was sitting there thinking he wouldn't let anyone near him. Like Manos was just ready to go. Oh look, it's Nathan Nichols talking to Mason Stone something. I have no idea what his name is.
Don't
Yeah. Oh, is that his name? Is that his name? Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, I've been a big fan of Manos for quite some time. I wouldn't mind mixing it up with him, but the issue I have is, are the Grey going to stay out of it?
Well, I'll have to see.
Had some issues start between Manos and Robbie Parker, courtesy of my podcast, which was not my intention, but Rob Dog called him out for the Anarchy Pro when that was a thing last year.
Oh God, Rob, got to be very careful, mate.
There will be no spitting, no butt poking, no butt. Fair, clean fight. That man has very luscious locks, though. I'm jealous. My hair's all freaking mangled at the moment.
Who Mason Stone Stump? Yeah, we're talking about.
Uh,
I tell you what though, have you watched the previous match with Zane and Mike Chaos,
yes, that was the.
the
I don't know if I
qualifier?
watched them in order or out of order or not, but that was the first one that I watched.
Yeah, that was the
Oh,
first match of that event, and
excellent.
my God, like Zane hadn't lost a beat. Mike, man, he was so close.
No, that was the first match I watched when I watched it, and then I watched Manos versus Crusher, and then I watched a few other things.
Mm.
That's why I messaged you, and I was just like, "Hey, I'm not just saying this as your mate." And I said it the same thing on the show last week.
Mm.
Like, you did really good on commentary for someone that's been thrown into the fire. I'm a little sad that your dysfunctional family kind of roughed you up a little bit. Because
It's a Crow family thing. You wouldn't understand. Just
Oh,
let it
trust me, I understand
go.
it. uh,
I will say this though, like, um, I've had to watch this quite a few times, and I honestly think this is Manos's best match. Like he is just on fire, just from his character work, wrestling ability, everything is just fantastic. I just love the fact that there's so many people that I just like, oh yeah, I know them, I know them. Like in most shows, like, oh, I don't know who these people are in the background.
Shout out to Am and Dell as well on cameras in the
Oh
background.
yeah.
Actually meeting them this weekend. I'm very excited. They're making the trip to ECW. Cheap plug.
They do absolutely amazing work. I love Dell's work, and M is just, oh my God, an absolutely amazing
Mrs.
person.
Crossfire is extremely excited to meet Emma. They've been bonding on Facebook the last few weeks. What about wrestling? Like, and I've said it a few times, like crack record, but like through the pod and through now, like doing these with you, I've made so many like connections with people
I
being
know, right?
outside the ring than when I was ever active. And it's awesome because now when I come back, it's just like family. Like, Look, it's kind of like if I got everyone together, it'd look like a scene from my big fat Greek wedding or something. 'Cause it's just wrestlers and photographers and commentators and just
One thing I want to show, I want to point out, when the camera goes back to it, that Savaki place was one of our sponsors. Absolutely great food,
yeah.
great atmosphere, and my God,
Loves.
they were so nice to
Ooh,
us.
beautiful German. Sorry to cut you off, DPC.
Mm.
Excellent.
Just to get back onto me and James' point of view about him putting me out of wrestling, he hasn't put me out, me. I'm just waiting my time. But I have to give props.
I've only met Manos in person once, and
Oh, really? No,
he's a very quiet individual.
no. When you got stuff to talk to him about, mate, I love Manos so much. Like kayfabe aside, I have so many great talks with him. I love him.
I have heard that, but in saying that, he didn't really know who I was either. So it was just kind of like a hey, like what up?
Just mention some comic book characters and bang, there you go. Because that's how we bonded.
But I'd love to see Manos and the Grey and Zane Zodiac come down my way, or come up my way, I should say.
Oh, can I just point out something about that rail that's in the background? You know, the thing that lifts up and everything. The first day we had the hard cam on there, and for some strange reason, it started going down. But because it was so slow going down, we had not noticed it. So by the end of it was like 3/4 into the show, we had no idea that the camera is actually 4 foot lower. So the cam doesn't pick up most of the stuff in the first show.
It's just like pointing at the apron. This is a wrestling ring. I should stare at it for the next 10 minutes. Oh, beautiful DDT.
I know, right?
It just pisses me off, right? Like it's bad enough that Zane Zodiac is as athletic as he is, but the fact that he took some time off, you know, for personal reasons, whatever, he comes back and he just hasn't missed a beat. He's like, watch me hit a shooting star. Let me do a springboard DDT. Let me do a corkscrew cluster, whatever. Like, bro, come on now. Give some talent to the rest of us.
He is absolutely amazing. I mean, like, if you guys don't know, his brother is Jason Crash. They're both of them are just friggin' amazing.
I would love to have them in our tag division for ECW. ECW management, hit them up.
They have the Super Crash brothers in. Yeah, why not?
Please. Oh, you're a nugget. Oh, Jesus, his neck got caught up on the bottom rope there as well.
Yeah. When that happened, I remember one of the guys in the back was saying, "Oh my God, Zane's hurt." Because like it was like where we were, we heard it. Like it was a massive bang, and oh my God, I was terrified at this point.
Well, like when you watch wrestling, like there's kind of the running joke because the announcers really amp up like that's the hardest part of but it actually is the hardest part of the ring. Like that's where all the steel connects. Like there's nothing
if people
there.
that don't know, I've slipped on one of them in a boxing match years ago, and I remember I hit the my backside pretty badly, and I don't think I've ever been. I don't think there's nothing that's even come close to something like that for me. So I can't imagine doing a wrestling move.
Genuinely is the hardest part of the ring. Like, yeah, we say it tongue in cheek and we try to hype it up, but between that and then he freaking damn he gets decapitated on the rope in the process. Jesus.
Oh, I'm gonna break a little bit more kayfabe here for a second. You see that there's a jumping castle in the background, yeah?
Yes.
We had this massively cool idea to us to use it, and we tried, like all of us tried so hard to convince or not only management but also the jumping castle management to allow us to do it. They weren't on board because it was pretty dangerous what we could do. If someone would get hurt doing that. But oh my God, imagine if we got to do something with that.
My brother, me and my younger brother. So there's 12 years difference between my youngest brother and I. Me and him, or he and I, have been kicked off of many jumping castles. Because obviously with the age difference, I was probably, about 16, 17, anywhere from the ages of like 15 to 17, 18. to him being like a little kid. He's about like 4 or 5. He's old enough to, run around and crash tackle me and everything. He and I would always, every time there was a jumping castle, it was just like suplexes. Don't try this at home, kids. It's trained professionals. Definitely don't try it at home. But like we'd like muck around on the jumping castle and it'd be like, nope, get off.
I remember doing a fork smash off the top of one, and I remember we put a hole in it.
I don't even know if I've got any more frog splashes left in me at this point.
God, I love that spine buster of Manos.
Oh, wow.
God.
That. Just the facial expressions. They're just, this man has so many talents.
How awesome is his facial expressions? It's great.
Yeah, it's no like wonder why he gets all these acting gigs and stuff outside of wrestling when he's not destroying people.
Oh man, you probably haven't watched it yet, but Hotel Underground was an amazing movie, and
I'm very excited to
he
watch
stole
that.
he stole the show.
I've been following that on social media for like 4 years or so now because of like COVID. It's finally out.
I just can't wait to release on Blu-ray or DVD. I really want to watch it again.
I'll 100% get the DVD copy if I get a chance to. Again, just crossbody is a semi-basic maneuver, but the freaking poise that he just hit that thing with, like, just made it look like nothing.
You can easily get the wind knocked out of you doing it too. I don't understand why people think it's basic. I reckon that's it can be pretty dangerous at times.
Well, I think Zane Zodiac's the type of person that, like, whether you kayfabe it up or not, he's genuinely, with how aerodynamic he is, he's learned how to freaking hit that thing to a T and use it to the most effectiveness. Not average. That's a cool sleeve.
Oh God, I'm getting hungry just looking at the souvlaki stand. Daydreaming of the chicken skewers and the kebabs. Oh, sorry, the souvlakis.
And then the next time I actually make my way down to Melbourne for a show or something, and we get a chance to meet up, you're gonna have to take me to like a good souvlaki place, because
Man, I got several for you, brother.
that's literally like the only highlight of my Sydney trips is for my eyes is that we basically just sit in a hotel and do nothing, but at least we can DoorDash like a decent feed.
Oh.
Ooh.
So at this point, I'm already okay now. I'm looking piercing through the corner, and I'm thinking, what's going on? Because everyone's making noise. I'm thinking, oh good. And then as he's doing this, I poke my head and I'm going, oh, and you can't hear it in the audio, but all you hear is me going, holy shit. Man, that's awesome.
Yes. Oops, didn't mean to yell into the microphone, but that's just exciting. I wanted to cannonball off the stage at a show I did, and they were like, no. And then 2 shows later in the same venue, someone else cannonballed off the stage, and I was just like, screw you guys, I'm doing it.
Oh.
Oh, I believe that was a low blow. I had a bit of a lag there. I think he got him right in the cojones.
He got him right in the cojones, while Ref Darcy was not looking where he needed to be looking. Damn you, Darce.
Look, I've been a referee, a commentator, a manager, say a wrestler, but that's debatable. A referee's job is very difficult. I do like that they've kind of got like the polo shirt, like bodyguard looking thing for the officials as well, though.
Oh no, that's just Darcy's uniform for when he's at at Deathmatch, not Deathmatch, Australian Outlaw Wrestling.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So from what I'm getting right now is that close up zoom in of the back hair of Manos. I think we need to have a chest hair versus back hair match with DC and Manos.
Manos, that's all those comments can go directly at John. I just that's an awkward laugh. That's not me laughing at the whole situation. Brotherly love right there.
No, it's okay. As I said, I saw Adam Crow and Amelia roughing you up, and I was just like, hey, come on now. I wanted to run in and save my boy. I was just like, come on, I know you're family, but oh, that's cute.
Mm. No, this is definitely a great moment. Everyone in the back, we're all standing up and giving a standing ovation to this match. We all were so proud of both these guys, and man,
That was still a really good match. Like considering the environment of, hey, it's a market show, and yeah, there's wrestling fans there, but obviously you're just gonna have random families go, "What's this?" There's the both guys. Like that was a fantastic match. I feel like if that was in like an actual wrestling venue with all the lights and everything,
that is essentially what was it for us, you know. But the fact that we had so many people who had never watched wrestling come up to
yeah,
us
like
later and ask us, "Oh, how what was it like? Does it really hurt?" and all that stuff. And it's like, here's a brochure for our training school. Come and have a look.
like, are we gonna get like the official presentation here now?
Yes.
Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to be presenting our brand new champion.
To Manos' credit, though, I do get his gripe in that he was the last alpha heavyweight champion
Mm.
before the rebirth. So I feel like he does have a little bit of a legitimate a
Hang on,
little.
hang on. You have to listen to this.
Oh, the commissioner's out.
Yep.
In trouble now.
I just love the fact that he calls him by his name.
And then the kids are just yelling it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give George another big round of applause. Pipeworks Management offering our new Alpha Pipeworks champion. Give it up for the atmospheric Zane Zodiac.
Absolutely well deserved as well. Great match.
I feel like because like you look at like matches like Rock and Hogan, right? Like it was a pretty basic match in comparison, but because of the crowd reaction, it's amped up. Whereas that was actually like from bell to bell was a great match, like what they were doing, but it was in a different setting,
Hmm.
the complete opposite. And they still managed to have a great showing and get a great reaction. So I'm just like, damn, can we run that back with the all the lights and the smoke and the music and
I'm just amazed at like how blessed I am to get to be part of something like this. You know, it's fantastic.
It's just I literally I had this conversation last night, and I can't remember if we were recording or not. Could be in the episode, or could not. ADHD.
Mm.
I literally said to Mrs. Crossfire, I'm like, this is wild. Like, I've gone from having a woman that not only just comes to the show to support me to now I'm literally going to be sitting next to her working on a show. And I'm like, what even is my life? Like, it's like, I don't need to, like, make all the money and have WrestleMania. Like, I'm still working in wrestling and I'm doing it now with my life partner. I'm like, what the actual hell? Like,
It's a real big blessing to be doing something like this, and like working at Alpha so far, it's been not only a dream come true, it's been, man, a roller coaster of just emotions, and this is a perfect example of, like, it may not be in a big venue, but we're getting people there. And the best thing about this was there were so many people, like I said previously, so many people who'd never watched wrestling that just came up to us and asked us, "Oh, what's this all about? Oh, is that real? Oh, I really like that. Where can we follow you, or where can we watch more stuff?" Um, it's a different atmosphere because, like, having being a fan and do just regular shows for wrestling fans, it's just the usual thing, like, oh, that's really cool, blah blah blah. But having people actually say, oh, I'm actually really enjoyed it, I've never seen this before, that's
and
the
that's what I
dream.
said before. Like, I've worked a couple of those shows and it's just so awesome just to see the contrast. And when you can, like, as I said, you guys, you that room was packed and all eyes were on the ring. When you can go from, oh, what's this to, oh, like, what's this?
Mm,
Like, the amount of, like, Australia is a fairly, decent sized country. The amount of people in the country that even people that are wrestling fans that watch WWE and stuff that don't realize that wrestling exists in Australia is insane. And that's another reason why I love those kind of events. But it's, yeah, hopefully you guys get some new fans and hopefully you get some new people come down and
mm.
hopefully you do another one of those market shows.
Oh, we plan to be doing more this year. I just don't have any dates locked in to promote or anything like that at the moment. But I do know that we will be back at Public Market eventually. Just don't know when. But yeah, that's definitely gonna be fun for me. I can't wait to do those. But we also, and so this is gonna be another cheap plug. And by the way, anyone who thinks that we're doing this to promote Alpha, no, this is just spur of the moment. And I just thought,
As I said,
I'm
I
gonna
went
put
on record. That was my idea. I was just like, hey, I want to watch this match. DPC was there in person, so you can kind of run me through what was happening, sort of thing.
it. But yeah, no, but we do have February 10th, Glorious Purpose, which will be featuring our heavyweight championship tournament. Um, I am going to be really, really unprofessional, and I need to go get my phone because I actually cannot for the life of me remember who's actually in the tournament right now.
That is okay.
I'd love to steal one of your lines, but, like, that it's nothing to do with ADHD. It's just me being really stupid and not being prepared. Who we got so far?
I don't even know what my issue is because I've been dropped on my head that many times that the ADHD and the concussions are probably just combining at some point.
All right. Well, we have firstly Jason Crush. We have Chris Law, Zane Zodiac, Slade Messer. I've seen this guy so many times. I always up his name, but Slade Messer, Mike Chaos, RXP, Blake Curtis. He's fairly recent. I don't know much about him. I've seen a little bit of stuff of him, but Billy Riot. Um, One of my favorite people in the world, 211, Will Walker, and just and the Supercharge Velito as well. So a lot of my favorite people are going to be part of that tournament. Um, two debutantes as well with Slade and with Billy. It's going to be interesting. So far Manos hasn't been announced
I
for
was
that
about to say,
yet.
interesting you don't mention Hannah's. Like, I feel like, again, maybe his actions have kind of outweighed this, but I feel like, he was the reigning champion with
We
the
do have two more people to announce, so make sure to check that out on all Alpha socials because
feel
it's
like he
going to
should
be
get a
very
first round
interesting.
bye personally, but that's just me.
Oh boy. But no, please definitely check out Alpha Pro Wrestling. It is absolutely amazing to be working for them, and I um Yeah, I'm really blessed, and I thank everyone who supported the decision for them to reach out to me. So I don't know exactly how many people were involved. I know some people have told me who, they said, "Oh, we advocated for you," and I appreciate that. But for everyone who hasn't told me that yet, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. This is my dream, and honestly, it's gonna be nothing but kicking goals from here on in. Now, with that being said, where can we find Court and Conversation on all socials, Johnny?
So at CIC Pod on Facebook and YouTube, please subscribe to the YouTube channel because I will be dropping, and hopefully by the time this episode goes out, it'll already be there. But I'll be dropping a clip. It's about 10 minutes long from the previous episode that I just dropped last night as we recorded it. Little teaser, little preview to Extreme Capital Wrestling coming up this weekend. At Court and Conversation, one word on Instagram. And also just my main Instagram is at sensation_LJ that has my link tree. But also please follow my graphics page, Crossfire Graphics. We always make the joke on graphics design. I'm currently doing a monthly design challenge. I'm putting a new design up every single day for the entire month of January. I've got up to day 18 done. Day 19's halfway done. Hopefully by the time this episode drops, all days 1 to 10 will be completely out. So yeah, just go like and follow my stuff. And, I like to think that some of the best work I've done, and half of it again is just ADHD shit that's spurred off.
It
prompts.
is really good. I consider you've only got one eye. You're amazing,
Well, this
mate.
is dropping Wednesday night, yeah. So
Mm.
day 10 will already be out, which is Disney themed. And the whole thing was a barbershop, and we were playing Speedstorm. So I did a Buzz Lightyear themed a barbershop, and it is called Buzz Cuts. And when you see the graphic, Daniel, because obviously as we're recording this, you haven't seen it. It's so stupid. I gave
It sounds stupid, but I actually might be true.
I gave Buzz Lightyear a shit fucking curly mustache and the lasers coming out at the end of his goatee, and
Oh no.
everyone like knows the barber sticks. I made them green and purple because they're Buzz colors, and this is ridiculous. I had a lot of fun making it, and yeah, just a lot more ridiculous designs either have already come out or will be coming out by the time this episode drops, and yeah.
Yes. Oh wow. I love it. I really do. But thank you everyone who has watched today or tonight, depending on where you're watching it. Yeah, it's one of the best times of the week for me and for John. But
Every
also,
time you message me and go, "Hey, you want to record today or want to record tomorrow?" I'm just like, "Yes, Mrs. Crossfire, please schedule. I need the lounge room so I can record."
oh no, we do have to get your missus on one episode, I think.
Yeah, I tried to get her to come on today, but she's folding washing and stuff in the bedroom.
That's okay. And also before we just leave, where can we find Extreme Capital Wrestling?
So it's at extreme_capital_wrestling on Instagram.
Mhm.
But then the Facebook page is much more simple. It's just facebook.com/extreme capital wrestling, all one word. I think it's capitals in the actual thing, but that's more of a styling thing. I don't think the caps actually matter in when you're typing it out. But yeah, go follow them on Facebook and Instagram, dropping constant content of announcements, and just they interact with the fans a lot, which is good to see. We've had a lot of talent actually in our Instagram comments. We've had Kid Valiant in the Instagram comments, so I'm hoping this means that he may make the trip up eventually.
Ooh, that's going to be very interesting.
So we got the Cooters coming up. Some of the Cooters coming up. Hey, Shaq.
Just be very careful of that Cuda juice, mate. I don't know what's in it, but whenever I see anybody on it, yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that.
Don't even tell me what's in it. I'm like, come on, Robbie, we're meant to be boys. What's in this? But
mate, I've been boys for the Cooters for almost a year now. I still haven't got my fucking bucket hat. So everyone in the Cooters,
yes, please,
fucking bucket hat.
Where is my bucket hat?
Yeah. God damn
like
it.
CM Punk, instead of where are my ice cream bars, be like #we want bucket hats.
But with that being said, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to this channel, and enable those notifications to stay up to date whenever I post anything. If you can't wait for the next video, make sure to check out the podcast. It is available wherever you get podcasts. And don't forget to also check out Quarter Conversation. It is also available wherever you get your podcast. And until next time, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
How much?
Definitely buy his merch because, we love money.